let's have a little chat about our film. And we have actually some questions from people who send on different social media platforms and messages. So we will just go and try to answer them. Shall we?
I can see all these people.
Of course. Hi. Hi, Anna.
How are you doing, guys?
Oh, I lost that already. Very well, thank you. It's been an intense week of preparation, as you well know.
Yeah, we will talk about it a little bit later. Okay, I had the first question, which was, when and where can I see the film? This is
very good question.
This is a very hard question.
I can start saying that we're working on the editing. We are now at a very decent cut of the material that we've filmed so far. We've got, there's several steps to filmmaking. We've done our assembly, we've done our rough cut, and now we're on our second pass of the editing stage, and it's looking good. It's looking good. So in terms of time scale, I'll let the producer answers those questions, to be honest.
Yeah, that's. I feel a little bit terrible because we had posters of the film, which actually some of our supporters got those posters, and on the poster it is written, it's standing near me, coming November 21, which unfortunately I don't think will happen. So our plan is to finish editing by November 21, and we really do hope to finish the film by hopefully January, but this will depend on many factors and financial as well. Are you back with us?
Did I disappear? Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you're back now.
Back,
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I was just answering the question. People were asking where and when can we see the film. So we are going, after we finish the film, we are going to have two VIP screenings, one in Lancaster where the film was shot, and one in London where most of our crew and cast live. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it will happen in January. And we will invite some of our bakers as well to the screening, who helped us and supported us with the funding of this film. And then we are going to go to film festivals around the world. So if people are following us and kind of living in some different countries, and then we'll see, oh, there is like screening in Venice or in Berlin or in Paris, and then if you're living in this city, you can just go to the festival and watch the film there. That's basically the plan for the first, I think, couple of years. I think this film should couple of years do the festival around. What do you think, Alessandro?
Yeah, no, that's about fair. I used to be quite confused about the time scale of films. Surely, when you finish the film, it goes, is accessible to everybody. But no, it takes a lot longer than that, and it has to follow certain steps. And certainly, film festivals is something that we surely intend to be part of. In fact, I think I've mentioned to you, Annie, about my last short film was picked up by a distribution company who has seen the film at a film festivals, and now it's going to be distributed via their channels. I don't know where it's going to go. We'll find out. So that's very exciting. And
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's good that that's why we make film, so for people to watch them. So they go out there and they have their own life.
There were two questions to Alessandro, one to Hannah and one is to me, probably.
Go for it.
So let's start with Alessandro. The question was about editing and working with the editor to get the best story. So what is your process?
There's always a challenge to have a relationship with an editor, because in the end it's like this person that comes into your family, takes your children and tells you that you've been a bad father and basically overhauls everything you worked for. And that's how it started, and that's how it's supposed to start. And then you communicate, which is what it's all about, and you come up with solutions and concerns and arguments. It's a bit of like I put my wife on hold, and I entered this new relationship with Camille, our editor, and it's been amazing. It's been incredible. He's been so helpful. We've torn the film apart and then put it back together, and then we learned what we wanted in the first place, and it makes the entire process something that it can't happen in any other way, basically. So it's been interesting. We've been, as I was saying, we've done 2 passes already, and when I say a pass, it's like yeah, imagine like a proper animated period of your time in your relationship where you disagree constantly and you need to find solutions to problems. That's what it's been like.
Okay. So for me, always, I was as a screenwriter primarily. I was always a bit envious of editors because they are kind of also storytellers, the same as screenwriters, but we screenwriters are working with words and they're working with images. So like in the first stage, I created this story, and now I kind of gave this baby forward first to you, Alessandro, and now it goes to Camille, and kind of is it still my baby?
No, I don't think you'll recognize it when you watch it. It's gonna be like it's a Mary Poppins film.
Oh, I thought it's action thriller. No?
Yeah, maybe. No, but it does change. It's not that a film changes. It's all about, like they say, the diamond in the rough. It's literally what it is. You gotta sculpt it until you have the best result possible out of this rock that you know has a worth and you know it has a potential. So it's just about sculpting the right way, and luckily you can undo, you can step back. It's not like if you cut off something, you cry. So there's a lot of negotiating and a lot of challenging your own ideas and challenging your own certainties, because that's the problem, isn't it? You are certain about something, or you are uncertain about something, and you suddenly have to confront all of those feelings that you have for your idea or for somebody else's idea, and put it together into something new potentially, or something fresh.
Sounds good. I feel Hannah is getting a bit bored with us talking about all this. Like editing, actors are not involved in editing. What are you talking about? You should be screening straight away after filming, right?
No, it's good. I feel like I like all the I can't see you guys' faces that well, so I'm like straining to see in my phone.
There's the comments.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting.
Oh, okay. I'll ask Hannah. I have a question to you. Actually, someone asked you a question. So the question is, I'm just reading. Where else can we see Hannah? Can you tell something about it? Where can you see you apart from future Transgressing?
Okay. Previous things. I was in Mallory Towers, which is a CBBC show, and they've just done the 2nd season, which my character isn't in, but that's on BBC iPlayer. And Holby City. I just filmed.
Did you have an episode in Holby City?
An episode,
did you have one episode in?
Yeah. What else have I been in? I can't remember.
You've been quite productive lately, haven't you? You show with us for first all of the preparation, and then the shoot, and then you went off.
Yes. So there's more interesting things looking forward. I did a feature film this summer, which will be coming out, who knows, in ages, and a small role in Gentleman Jack, which is on BBC and HBO, which, who else? I don't know when I'll be coming out. And then Transgressing, of course. Everything else before is just little BBC guest roles and stuff like that.
Great.
Okay.
That helped
Pardon?
They helped me see what you could do already. It's not that you were defined by your previous performances, but it was really helpful to see the previous material.
Yeah. So was Sonia was your first lead role, right? And then you went to feature film lead. Yeah. So we just started with you. I really hope, my secret hope is that you will become very famous, will get many awards, and then I will be telling everyone I was the producer who opened her to the world with Transgressing. So.
When you're a huge producer, and I'll be like, well, I was in the first short film.
Okay, so what are the questions I had? Yeah, another question was, are you filming on Cyprus? Oh, this one is
delicate topic, that is.
Heartbreaking one, I would say. So I would start answering, but maybe then you guys can add. So we had this plan to shoot a scene of the film. I will not tell you what it is. Let's say it's the ending of the film. We're shooting on Cyprus. We found amazing, unique location there. And we were I was writing the screenplay, seeing this location in my head. And we were planning everything. And we were going to go on Cyprus sometime this summer with a skeleton crew, just 5 people and Hannah, and shoot something amazing there to finish the film. But then, for multiple reasons, many people were busy on different other projects, and also COVID restrictions, vaccinations, dates. It was such a nightmare to plan it, and we were postponing, and then finally we just didn't get enough funding to be able to afford it. But although we are not going to Cyprus, we're still shooting this scene, and moreover, we are shooting it next weekend. So it's really pretty close. And while organizing this little shooting, which will be capturing the ending of our film, I feel like I'm producing another short film.
Yeah, it's very different. Very different.
Because it's completely different. We're shooting in some amazing location in Cumbria, which is complete wilderness without any facilities. So we're just I feel as if we're going on a hike, all of us, like a tiny crew and Hannah.
Yeah.
And then we're trying to survive there with whatever, with no toilet, with possibly rain, with no proper food, just snacks. So we'll have 2 days to survive this, and which is very important for me, because otherwise what's the point, is to have some fun as well. Because when you're doing something and struggling, you need to have fun. Otherwise, why you should struggle?
It's just the struggle.
Especially when everyone is working for free, just with a passion to the story. So I hope we'll have some fun. So answering shortly, no, we're not shooting on Cyprus. We're shooting in Cumbria. The same scenes, finishing of the film in the mountains. I've got some other question. Why Cyprus if you have an Italian director? Some say they have a house in Sicily.
He happens to be a Sicilian man talking about that. He's a very proud Sicilian, so he was hoping to see his own motherland in the movie, in the film. But
yeah, why not Italy? Let's go to Italy.
Rather than the coldness of up north.
Well, let's say, if right now everyone who is watching this live stream will go to our crowdfunding page on GoFundMe, and we will suddenly raise something like 5,000 in a day, let's go to Italy. Let's change
you ask for it.
So
yes, no, it's. I think to a point is partly irrelevant. Obviously, Cyprus had a lot of meaning for your background in terms of where the script came from and Dostoevsky. while where we're shooting now is slightly more removed from it. But nevertheless, we're going to bring all the elements of the story. We're going to bring all the points that we would have anyway been able to acquire in Cyprus up north. And what Hannah doesn't know is all the stunts that she's going to be doing. And did you say about the helicopter? No,
Oh,
never
right.
mind.
Not yet. No, I think we're doing this trick with 4 drones and the bathtub flying with drones.
Yeah,
No?
yeah, that might be a bathtub.
Can't wait. I'm so excited. I have no idea what to expect.
It's going to be...
Well,
carry on.
yeah, I just wanted to ask Hannah, are you afraid of this shot in terms of like conditions? Because many things will fall on your young shoulders, because we will all be packed and dressed, and you will be in quite a light dress and probably barefoot.
I feel like
it will be maybe about 10 degrees at that time, and it possibly can rain one of the days. So how do you feel about all of this?
It's totally fine. I'm English, we're used to it. I feel like every set you're either way too hot or way too cold, so it's fine.
Super.
Good. Good.
So you don't need Sicily, never mind.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, so I'll just check, did I have any other questions?
I want to know how you're feeling about your film, producer, Mr. Producer.
Asking me?
Yeah.
So
it's been a while that it's in the making. You've had a roller coaster already. We're a bit more than halfway, I think. Yeah, definitely more than halfway. Well, are you still here?
So, for me, this is the longest ever production I worked on. I'm working on this film like from the first day of opening screenwriting software. I'm working for 3 years on this film, which is quite a lot for a short film. Yeah, so I spent first a year just working on the concept, on the kind of...
It's more than a short film, though, isn't it?
And then we were working for a year with Alessandro, developing the script more, drafting, redrafting. We had, how many drafts? We had 8 drafts.
Didn't get to 9. Wants to get...
Yeah, I remember when we started, Alessandro said that usually his tradition is having 9 drafts before going to set. And he kind of laughed at me, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to write 9 drafts. And then we finished with 8, so I won one from him.
You saved one.
Yeah, so kind of it's been a really long time, and sometimes it was quite tiring and stressful, but because I feel that the story is so important and I'm really in love with the characters and with the story itself, and I just want to share it with people, so I'm ready to like with my last effort, like dying, crawling the mountain, the rock,
to the finish line.
in blood.
It's more than a short film. It's more than a short film. I don't think I've ever put this much energy in a short film before. It's a much bigger concept. It could be a much bigger film, and it's going to be a great short film because of that.
It's quite long short, by the way. So currently we're a little bit longer than we expected it to be. Hannah, did we tell you how long is the film now?
No.
3 hours.
We preliminarily sorry, 1, 2, 3.
That's not even the director's cut.
We first planned to have it about 20 minutes. That's what Alessandro wanted. Then I said, okay, maybe the script is a bit longer, so probably will be like 25 minutes. And now we have the cut, which doesn't have ending yet, doesn't have credits yet, and it's already 27 minutes.
Oh my God.
So either we need to shorten it a lot, or we will have problems with festivals, because our plan is to have the film under half an hour, definitely. So it will anyway be a long short. It will be between 25 and 30 minutes.
Cool.
I'm still hoping to take it down to 25, ideally. don't want to get too close to 30, because
Do you think?
it's not because sorry.
Do you think you'll be able to? Like, is there any leeway?
I don't know. We tried that at the script stage. We tried to cut stuff at the script stage, and there were just so many key moments throughout, and not just in terms of plot, but also in terms of character and developing the character. So it was really quite difficult. Now that we're editing it, you can see a bit more clearly what is strong, what not.
So can I say something without spoilers? So
Yeah.
there is one scene which all three of you know what the scene is, but I will not tell others. So it was like the last scene before going to mountains one. Yeah.
The last scene before.
The scene which is currently the last one in the film.
Yeah.
Before going to the final scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this scene we planned it will be about like a minute or something. But then Hannah's acting was so amazing that we cannot cut it away. So currently the scene is 3 minutes, which is so long, but it just doesn't work otherwise. We were trying to take some jump cuts or like
It
something
could work. It would work, but we're missing out on it. It makes it. It's not as. We just like. It's like throwing out the cream. It's like, why?
Well, thank you.
When we were shooting this scene, I was crying looking at Hannah, and I know someone I will not name from our crew who is crying each time when they are watching this scene in the new cut. So there will be a lot of tears, guys, when you will watch the film in the end. It's very
Did I see a question right? Did I see a question correctly passing by saying, Hannah, what do you like about acting? Which I would rephrase into, why actors even bother acting? It's so much hard work.
Are there questions coming in? Because I can't see anything.
I saw something passing by.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm now checking them as well. There are several new questions coming. So first, Hannah, tell us.
What do I like?
What makes you act? Why suffer?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's good and what's bad about acting? Go on, tell us.
It's just so much fun. It's just the most enjoyable thing. It's like you can kind of say whatever you want, like, oh, it allows you to have insight into other people, it allows you to be more empathetic, blah blah, but genuinely it's just really enjoyable. And being on set is just the best, like working with random completely new people and meeting loads of people and being social all the time, and the creativity of it, the teamwork of it.
Does it ever get overwhelming?
Pardon?
Does it ever get overwhelming?
As in,
being like, I'm not just talking about the pressure, but the pretending to be something else.
Yes. Yeah, it can do. Like I had a couple of moments when I was filming this summer where I was like, why am I trying to, like, what am I doing here, trying to like reach inside of myself for horrible feelings, and just like trying to, it's a really weird concept, and it can be quite overwhelming and hard to
compare it to a similar experience that one might have by watching a film. One can, why do we watch these horrible stories about murders and stuff? Could you compare it to a similar sense of reward?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably, because it's like when you watch something and I don't really know what I'm saying. When you watch something and you empathize with something, it's a really cathartic feeling, being able to make that connection. And when you do it, when you're acting, and it can be kind of out of body, and that feeling is really euphoric when you reach the point of when you feel like you've connected with something on such a level. So I think that's why I do it. It's for the.
I've got a
the
follow-up
kick.
question before we move on. How much of a character stays with you? So how much of Sonia you will never be able to get rid of, or if any?
I don't know. It's an interesting. I think for while you're filming, it can feel really intense. But what I've like begun to think about is like all the characters are parts of you. This sounds so pretentious, but like the
No, carry
characters
on.
are all there. She's not completely separate from me. Like I built her from parts of me, so those parts of me are always in me. And then the character I played during the summer was completely different to Sonia, but again, I built her from parts of me. So I think what stays with you is kind of the parts of you that you've had to emphasize during the period of shooting. So like probably my disposition on Transgressing was slightly different to mine on the first two, which is the other film, because the headspace I was in and the like different parts of me I was like digging up were just so different. But like both of them are in me somewhere.
Okay, interesting. So you it's you giving more to Sonia than Sonia giving more to you, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like it all comes from the script, and Sonia, I would say, was very like she influenced me rather than me putting myself onto the character. But yeah, I wouldn't say like I felt like I was still her when I went back home.
Because I was worried about it. I told you when we finished shooting. Obviously I got to know you a bit. What in the preparation, we had rehearsals and all of that beforehand. So we talked for a few months before the shooting, and then on set you were this really different person to the Hannah I've got to know. Never mind on camera. I'm talking off camera, and there was something odd. I said, "We've broken her. Sonia has broken her. It's got into her." But then when we finished filming, you went back to normal, which I was very pleased to see.
Yeah, no, I like it's weird. Like I can't remember. Like it's kind of a blur. Like how I was during that time, but I think it probably does impact me more than I give it credit for. Like I know the way. Like I think I was like in a bit of a weird, in a different headspace during the time of filming. But for me, like I think afterwards, I was fine.
Therapeutic, if anything, then.
Yeah, but now next week, it's
okay.
all gonna come back.
Yeah.
There was one more question which I almost missed. When was the main part of the film shot, and how did you find the experience? So we were shooting it in the beginning of June, which was still a bit of a lockdown-ish experience. And that's why the shooting process was completely different from the experiences we all had before with filming, because we had different COVID protection measures, tried to have some distancing, and everyone was wearing masks most of the time, apart from actors, of course. And then like had this, well, kind of a lot of rules which were like wasting our time. So I sometimes felt a little bit annoyed, kind of, oh, I don't want to do this. I just want to make the film and be creative. But on the other hand, we managed, like none from our cast and crew got COVID on set. So I'm happy as a producer that we managed to be safe, all of us.
Yeah.
So what can you guys say about the experience of the filming, the main filming, the 6 days we spent together?
Yeah, vaccinations weren't fully rolled out by then. I remember that not everybody had it, and it was still very tense. And we did well. You guys did really well. Production did amazing, really, to keeping track, getting everybody tests pretty much every day or every other day. So on that, I felt safe, let's say, when we were shooting.
Yeah.
And In terms of the experience itself, it was challenging, like it should be, like it should be. It was fantastic, fantastic. I'm very pleased we prepared well, because we ended up a bit short in time, and that preparation paid off because we didn't really waste a minute thinking about stuff, because we knew exactly what we were doing, and we achieved exactly what we had to achieve, and that truly, truly paid off. And I guess it's not as... I'm not talking about pre-production, I'm talking about the thinking behind every character, every angle, every shot, and all of this over-talking about it, which could potentially affect people not in a creative way, but almost hinder creativity, actually because of how things were and how difficult and how complicated the location was, and all of that. It really paid off because we managed to shoot a very effective film because of that preparation as well. So I'm you know, it's always different to what you start with, but that's the process. You know, I've read a lovely book by Tornatore, Italian director of Cinema Paradiso, and he said that making a film is just seeing your idea getting butchered at every step. You start with this concept, you know, you got this beautiful idea, and your job as a filmmaker, whatever role you have in the process, is to try to preserve that idea the best you can on the process of making it worse by the time it becomes a film. Because that it will be worse than the concept, always. The concept is just pure, it's something absolutely perfect. And then the more you define it, the more it becomes real and material and less sophisticated. So the job of a filmmaker is to keep it, to ruin it the least amount possible, which I think is fantastic. It's incredible confidence that kind of mindset gives you, because you know that you can't achieve this perfect idea. You got to embrace what you have, and you got to make what you're trying to make by guiding the thing, whatever this thing is becoming, in the best way possible. You don't control the thing, you just sail it.
I've just got another question, and then I see the time, so we're already over time. So if you guys are happy to go a little bit over time. Yeah, so another question is, how was the location complicated, and how did you work around that? Whoa. So the main, I will start, and then Alessandro can continue. The main location of our main shoot was a flat. It's like a 2-bedroom flat, which were given to production to be used however we wanted to use. So we were able actually to build this flat the way how the characters could live there. So we're like painting the walls and doing whatever we needed to do.
Ripped open, wasn't it?
Mm. Yeah. And yeah, the complication was, although when one or two people are at this location, it's quite big flat. But when 20 people are there, it becomes tiny. And it was really hard because we had quite a big crew to kind of make this, to follow the standard of the film we wanted to make, the like professional standard. And we had quite a big crew of people being there for 13 hours every day. And like basically we were like living together, like eating together. Some of us were sleeping together. Well, I mean, in one building.
If you didn't have it to start with, you would develop claustrophobia by the end of the film.
So it was quite hard, and also because we managed to create this really run-down flat, and then being there with people like constantly every day for several days was really depressing, because you wanted just I want some nice furniture, I want to sit on a proper sofa, not on this terrible one. So this kind of stuff was challenging, I think, in terms of production. So what it was in terms of what it was for you guys.
I want to hear what Hannah felt Because obviously you had your actor's room to escape to, but that was quite busy as well. So was it difficult to work around it?
Is this questions about the actual set?
Yeah.
Set? Yeah, it was just like cramped, but I honestly really liked being in the actors' room. Like, we had a great vibe going on in there, and everyone would just go in and chill. And yeah, I think I like being around people a lot on set. It's hard sometimes if you have a certain scene before and there's a lot of people, and it's hard to like get yourself distanced and get in the right headspace for it. But yeah, so I would say, like, for me, it was a bit cramped, but it was good fun. It was a shame that everyone it was so cramped and everyone was worrying about COVID. I think that was a big issue too, because everyone had masks on, and so it's like you're really close, but you're feeling like you can't really see anyone's face, and it feels a bit distant, because people are being cautious. So, but yeah, the actors' room was great.
Yeah, the acting room was great. I popped around a couple of times to find you guys, and we were like all running and concentrating and focusing, and you were all like chilling, grapes, loving life, isn't it? What about the producer? I haven't even seen the producer.
Sorry, my
producer was sitting in a separate room and 24/7 solving the problems so that you guys could do the creative stuff. So basically, I once was on a... Oh, Hannah disappeared. I once was on a workshop with a producer, and someone asked her, like, what is the producer's job when you're filming? And she answered, the main producer's job is to be aware that the director can do the creative stuff without thinking about problems. So I don't know how good I was, because I'm not the same level producer as the one who said this. I'm just getting experience still, but I was trying my best to do this, although sometimes it was not very rewarding, because I wanted to be with you guys there, and like also as a creative person, I wanted to be inside the creative process, not sitting in a different room on a laptop and sending messages, emails, having calls, talking without catering company, where is the lunch, why is it not coming, and like this kind of stuff. But yeah,
even strongly related to the film, I remember Kyle, my assistant director, he used to run between upstairs where you were in the office room where you were, and coming back to me with all these problems, and then come back to you, and then come back, all the problems solved. Okay, some magic happened, and that was you solving it. So no, it definitely worked, and it definitely made the film happen because of that. So yes, definitely, you've definitely done a good job. Not that I need to tell you, but that the film has happened, but it really paid off, and it really was appreciated by those of us who could see the problems developing.
But I'm planning to be more creatively involved in the upcoming next weekend shootings, and I'm even going to have a tiny cameo in the film.
Oh!
Because everyone, Alessandro, the director, had a cameo in the film. Then Dan, production designer, had cameo in the film, and I didn't. Just didn't have time for this. So
I wouldn't call Dan's and mine a cameo. I think we were just about maybe set design, maybe. not even extras. We're just there, placed like a nice plant in the background. Well, you're gonna have a bit of not interaction, but you have a bit of an important role.
Role. Okay. No one will recognize me actually, but I will know that it's me.
It's plot sensitive, let's put it that way. While me and Dan were just there for the fun of it.
Just a human
shooting. We're shooting again. Looking forward to it. Lots of preparation. 1 week to go. Hannah, we're gonna speak again this week to just more preparation, just in case thing goes south and it starts snowing or something.
Perfect.
To bring a sledge.
Yeah, we actually have several plans, like plan A, plan B, how we're shooting depending on the weather, because some of the shots we will not be able to shoot if it's raining, and yeah, and then the story changes if it's raining as well a little bit.
Oh,
So
really?
kind of, yeah, we need to plan what are we doing if it's raining. So
Yeah,
We will
anyway,
have an umbrella.
yeah, we'll have a lot of umbrellas. Let's slowly start to go into the end of our lovely conversation, although I'm so happy to see you
I
and
know,
could
it's so
continue.
nice.
Guys, if those of you, several people who stayed with us till the end, if you are not yet following the process of the creation of the film, please do so. We have a lot of social media, so just search short film Transgressing and you will find our Twitter, our Instagram, which is here right now, and we have YouTube channel with a lot of videos coming up. And we have 3 episodes of web series where we are talking a lot about the creative process of this film. In the first season, I'm talking with Alessandro. Then I was talking with Hollywood actor Jonathan Jackson in the second season. In the third season, I was talking with all the actors after we filmed the film. They were sharing their experience. So many people are telling me that it's quite an interesting watch, those tiny web series. The episodes like really tiny, about 3-5 minutes. So yeah, we have a Facebook group as well, so please do follow us. We will be happy if you can just give us some likes and thumbs up, whatever you can. This will mean that people actually think that this story is important, because our main goal here is to tell the story which all of us think is important to be told. Otherwise, just wouldn't make sense to go in all these struggles and work for free in terrible conditions if you were not in love with the story, and we all are. And yeah, so please follow us. And the last thing I wanted to say, we are still crowdfunding for the film, because we are still lacking some funds for finishing the post-production, and we will be really, really grateful if you could Alessandro, can you send somehow in the comments the link to our crowdfunding, because I cannot do it
I can try.
while talking, it's hard. So if you can go to our crowdfunding page and just give us a little bit of love, we'll be really, really grateful, because unfortunately films of high quality, they are quite expensive ones. And we are finishing soon, and we really want to finish this film and bring it to people all around the world to see Sonia's story. And this story is, by the way, just the beginning, because I have in mind a sequel of Transgressing.
But you're revealing that.
Yeah, I already was putting it on social media, which
Okay.
is called The Punishment. I don't know yet how and when it will happen, and will it involve 3 of us, or it will be done completely with some different people. I don't know, but anyway, there is a sequel to Sonia's story, and if you enjoy watching it, if you feel like emotional and connected and will understand what she's going through, I think it will be interesting for you to know what happened with her later, like 1 year later after Transgressing story. So please do visit our crowdfunding page, and please give us some love so that we were able to finish this story. Any last thoughts, Alessandro, Hannah can add? You actually, it's easier with the link. If you go to the bio of the Transgressing account from which I'm talking now, you will be able to see the link to crowdfunding there.
Thank you very much. Now I'm very, very looking forward to the shoot, Hannah, and it's going to be challenging once again, because we like to make things difficult for ourselves, like good filmmakers that we are. And I truly can't wait to show this film. I want to see it out and see people watching it and learning about the story and experiencing the
twist.
Sonia. She's amazing. She's incredible.
Thank you. We're getting some good luck messages both in Russian and English in the.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wishing us luck.
Yeah, I
Hannah, any last?
can't wait to film next weekend. It's going to be great. It'll be fun. It'll be an adventure, and yeah, thanks.
We will.
Yeah, we're going to post a lot of photos and videos from our shoot, so please stay with us, follow us, and you will see more.
And let us know if we're doing it wrong. That always helps. Very well.
Okay,
thank you so much. And,
thank you. Thank you. Sorry?
Thank you very much, Annie, for organizing. Lovely to see you.
Lovely.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys soon.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye-bye.